Diablo 4, the killer of all Diablo games. Not exactly. This game is nothing like Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I mean, nothing. If you're a D2R fan like many of us are, this is not a sequel. This game caters more to the Diablo 3 audience, with a few drops of Immortal, PoE, and the combat style of Lost Ark. Mix that all together and you have yourself a Diablo 4. Before I rip this game a second asshole, let's talk about what I enjoy about it so far. The visuals are great, and I had minimal problems in the beta during my journey to level 25. I was unfortunate to only have one connection issue during the day 1 beta launch that put me in a 45-minute queue time. The combat is amazing, and it's what really makes the game shine. I could see PvP really being this game's saving grace if they balanced it correctly. The questline wasn't bad at all, and I was entertained for the most part. I did everything that this game had to offer, including killing the world boss spawned on day 2. That fight really won me over, if I'm being completely honest. I did find the game to be fairly easy on Veteran until I ran into the Butcher around level 13. I feel like that boss was intentionally put into the dungeon to kill players because I couldn't find him again after I respawned. The gear system seemed alright, and after I found my first unique, I couldn't wait to respec and move my skills around to benefit from the legendary power on it. It's a great feeling when you find an item in the game that makes you want to switch around your build and use new skills, so to me that's a huge win. I respec'd around 2 to 3 times but ended up falling in love with Twisting Blades as my core skill. I really enjoy digging my daggers into the enemy's back, then shadow stepping to a different group waiting for my daggers to return to me while they shred through everything in their way. It took me around 7 hours of gameplay to hit level 25, and I never found myself getting bored of the game. So what did I hate about this game? Obviously, number 1 on the list needs to be the disconnects and the queue times. Even though I was lucky enough to not experience this day 1, many of you gamers were struggling to even log on. Even Ashava couldn't log on to the servers and was an hour late from spawn time. They did end up fixing server issues on day 2, however, and login times went down drastically to 1-minute queues, so I guess that's a plus. The Diablo 3 shrines need to go, like alt control deleted. Getting a conduit shrine and destroying everything instantly is nice and all, but it takes away the best part of the game, which is the combat. I really didn't enjoy the gambling system either. It's basically a copy from Diablo 3's Blood Shard system. I would rather be finding my items over gambling for specific item slots. I don't believe this will be where you find your endgame loot, however, but based off my testing, uniques were way too common while gambling. And for me personally, it filled 2 slots that I never replaced at level 25. Again, another system in the game taken away from Diablo's true identity of what we're all here for. Finding the loot. Isn't this why we all continue to play these types of games? The character creation screen was kinda meh. I couldn't really come up with many styles that I liked. The hairstyles were kind of a joke, honestly, and the colors available felt a little off. The only good thing that came out of this character creation testing was this Sork that I made. God damn! I hated the itemization at first, but that's only because I kept comparing it to Diablo 2's. I've learned to enjoy it a lot more after extracting legendary powers from gear and imprinting them into yellow items that had great stats. It's a brand new system that we all will need to get used to for sure, but I think it has potential. And please, for the love of God, remove thorn damage builds. I've heard horror stories back in the invite-only beta, what it's like to fight against a barb that's stacking thorns gear. So the million-dollar question is, should you buy this game? If you're still on the fence about the game, I'd wait until the open beta next week so you can experience it for yourself for free. I was rating the beta a 7 out of 10 before fighting the world boss Ashava. That fight really opened my eyes on how great this game can really be. The beta needs some work, but if they can nail endgame systems and PvP, I could see this game being one hell of a game that we can all enjoy together. Alright guys, that's the Fresh Tea of the Week. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because if you do, your next girlfriend will look just like my Diablo 4 rogue.